Imagine reading the final words of a letter without ever seeing the beginning. That's how most of us read the Bible. But what if the most misunderstood parts of Scripture aren't confusing? What if they're just out of context? Most people tend to read the Bible in fragments. They read one or two verses here or a psalm there. But the Bible wasn't written to be read like fortune cookies. It was written as narrative, letter, poetry, and history so that you could immerse yourself into it. Today, we will be focusing on one of the most misread but deeply powerful stories in the Bible, the road to Emmaus in Luke chapter 24. Let's imagine. Jesus was crucified on the cross 3 days ago. 2 disciples are walking, disillusioned, leaving Jerusalem behind. They had thought Jesus was the one to redeem Israel, but now he's dead, or so they think. As they are walking, a stranger joins them on the road. But the twist: that stranger is Jesus himself. They don't recognize him yet. As Jesus walks with them, what does he do? He doesn't perform a miracle. He opens Scripture and begins to teach them everything concerning the Messiah. That raises the question: why would the resurrected Son of God choose to do a Bible study as he is walking? The answer is because he knew that understanding the story changes their experience. Jesus shows that Scripture interprets itself and reveals him at the center of every story. Later on, the 2 men and Jesus finally sit down to eat. When Jesus breaks the bread, suddenly their eyes are opened and they see him. And then he vanishes. They say, "Weren't our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the Scriptures to us?" This isn't just a great story, it is a blueprint. Most people give up on reading the Bible because it feels boring or confusing. But when you realize it is one connected narrative centered on Jesus, your heart burns too. You're not meant to read it in isolation. You're meant to encounter it like the disciples. In conversation, in context, in communion. Begin with Luke 24 and read it from beginning to end. Then go back and read the Old Testament stories Jesus may have referenced. Genesis 3, Exodus 12, and Isaiah 53. You'll begin to see him everywhere. Not just in the New Testament, but from the very first page. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Next week, we will talk about how Genesis 22 and the story of Abraham and Isaac unlocks the hidden structure of the entire New Testament. But here's a question for you to think about now. What if Jesus is the better Isaac, and the cross was the real mountain? If this video opened your eyes to something deeper, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. The link will be in the description below, or you can click the subscribe button in the lower right corner of this video. I'll post a new video every week.